Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried. The following material on the Dean Blundell Show may contain content that will very likely gross you out, maybe make you sick. You might even vomit out of disgust. If you don't vomit, you'll probably dry heave, which is actually pretty funny to watch. You know what? I changed my mind. Turn the volume up and just listen.
Hey everyone, it's Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Hi, this is Christopher Lloyd.
Jason Sudeikis.
Lou Ferrigno.
Hi, this is Adrian Grenier.
Jason Mewes.
Hi, I'm Sean William Scott.
Hi, I'm Rick Mercer.
Yeah, dude, what's up? This is Steve-O.
This is Gilbert Gottfried.
Marcus from Mumford & Sons.
Hey, this is Doug Gilmore.
This is Dancing Monkey, Jay Baruchel.
When I'm not making hit records,
When I'm not hunting quail,
jerking long balls into the stands at the Rouser Center,
Sleeping in a pool of vomit.
doing hot yoga,
Playing professional ice hockey.
I'm hanging out with the guys from the Dean Blundell Show.
And I was drunk enough not to care. Woo!
The biggest assholes in Toronto.
That's what makes me happy.
The Dean Blundell Show.
Happier than a one-legged pig on a fishing trip.
but I'd rather mow my lawn.
The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1 something. Edge. Woo!
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Time for your Edgefiles. We just talked about it earlier. Justin Bieber in a world of trouble now. His grandparents are very upset, saying that Justin's mom's going to have a nice little sit-down chat with him when he gets back from his European tour.
Oh, shucks. That's so sweet of the family.
Saying his behavior has been off. He's even had a preacher friend of his stay in touch with him because he believes he's doing some things he shouldn't be doing, whether that be drugs or not. But, I'm no genius. I'm thinking whether or not it is drugs or it isn't, that it is.
We know he has the gene for it.
Oh yeah, it runs in the family. Yeah. His dad loves the drugs. His dad works as a greenskeeper at an effing golf course. He should just go take a picture and present it to him and say, "This will be the next 80 years of your life, man. If you keep that up." See that guy over there cutting that lawn? See that guy raking that sand trap? He did drugs too, Justin.
He had you. Look what the result was.
Yeah. Anyway, the fallout, of course, over the tumultuous time he spent in England for over a week. He everything he did was wrong. He was like an hour late for 2 hours late for his show. Then he collapsed at the next show, and then everybody thought he was faking it, so he was pissed off, and people were calling him names when he walked into his hotel, which apparently was what really set him off. When he was walking into his hotel the last time, a bunch of guys were standing outside having a smoke, calling him a pussy and a loser and stuff. And so by the time he came out, some paparazzi guys were there. Now, the paparazzi in England hate him. They think he's like the biggest loser in the world. And in England, real men reside there. It's not like America. If you see a guy with a camera, he's more dangerous than anybody else. He'll kill you for a picture. It's England. So anyway, this is what happened after. You got to kind of listen for the foul language. This one paparazzi guy, he basically called him a huge loser, and that's when it started.
Yeah, give us some space, guys. We gotta...
Easy, just That's assault. That's assault.
You're in our way.
No,
He did it. We had to walk right out the way, man.
He was out.
You gotta move out the way.
Fucking little go back to America.
You effing little sea sucker, go back to America.
And here comes Justin.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
You're a
Beat the
out of here. Lose your fucking belt. Lose your fucking belt. Lose your fucking belt. I'm back, you prick. I'm back, you prick. Back. Right? That's all I'm fucking little
It's a fun thing to call people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And he's right too. That's the thing. He is a little prick.
You know when like a little kid, like you're just playing with like your little kid's coming at you, and you just hold him away with your hand on his head. Like that's what I feel like in that situation.
And when Justin tried to get out of the car too, it was funny. I was watching the video. His pants were below his ass cheeks, and he had some kind of designer underpants on. And I thought to myself, A, pull up your pants, you little knob. You can't fight with your pants down around your knees. And B, I thought his pants are probably that low because he's just getting prepped for where he's going.
It's just that much easier.
Yeah.
When I get there, I want to make sure the guy can get in and out a lot. Oh, yeah.
I'll beat that up, too.
After being taken into custody on drug-related charges, 28-year-old Christy Harris was found with a loaded handgun hidden in her vagina. Yeah, it's one thing to put a gun in there, but a loaded gun, you never know what meat flap could set it off.
With sudden queef.
Boom! Harris was arrested after another woman had spotted them inside, with another woman, rather, after cops spotted them inside a vehicle outside a closed restaurant around 3 a.m. They were in the front of the vehicle. Both seats were laid all the way back. Cops searched the vehicle, found meth and drug paraphernalia, a pistol with a loaded magazine inside. Harris and the other one were both arrested and taken into custody. While in lockup, she was instructed to change out of her clothes so she could be checked for contraband. She refused to lower her underwear, saying she was, quote, this is nice, on her period and did not want to. When Harris finally complied, Officer Kathy Ubest found that Harris was giving birth to a firearm. This is the best part. At that time, I observed a wooden metal item sticking out of her vagina, reported the officer, who added that she, quote, pulled the item from her vagina and found it to be a 5-shot revolver with rounds in the chamber. Wow. That wasn't all she was hiding. Yeah, it was pointing up her. It was pointing to her, her ovaries.
Did you even have the lock on?
Let me tell you something. As a matter of fact, let someone else tell you, because there's a news story with it too. And this is why I love it, because the lady anchor in it cannot stop laughing.
Police in Oklahoma say they made a bizarre discovery when searching a woman in their custody. Police found the woman lingering in a parking lot overnight Monday. A drug-sniffing dog let officers know she needed to be searched. They took her back to the police station where she was booked. That's when a female officer noticed the handle of a revolver sticking out from inside the woman.
It was a 5-shot revolver. It was loaded. And as she turned her around, she saw more plastic baggies, larger plastic baggies, wedged in the crack of her buttocks.
What? Authorities say the woman has a long criminal record. She now faces drug possession charges and charges for trying to smuggle a gun into jail.
Come on. Who doesn't have that?
The old caboose pistol. Everybody has one.
What are you getting all worked up over? Listen, Dave, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Did you just say a caboose?
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, we're getting off track. What?
That is the best newscaster of all time.
I know some women that can hide a machine gun in there. That's the truth right there.
Getting all worked up over. Listen, Dave, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Did you just say a caboose?
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah.
A rocket launcher.
What's that guy? Yeah, I want to work with him. I want him to do the news.
Yeah.
Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in March year 2013.
The Edgefiles on 102.1 The Edge.
The Chorus Broadcasting System presents
The Dean Blundell Show.
Going to be a super duper program for you.
102.1 The Edge.
Earlier we were talking about Justin Bieber and his problems with Paparazzi. We played you the audio of it. He just sounds like a child.
It's so funny.
Amongst men.
Go back to America. You moron.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said, man.
What'd you say?
You heard what...
Did you hear that?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
What'd you say? It's like you can't be intimidating when you talk like that.
Why are they being so
What'd
mean
you
to
say
that
to
girl?
me? What'd you say to me? What are you talking about?
He just looks so little.
And he called him. All he did was call him a moron too. That was the thing. Is he just like, you go back to America, you moron.
Yeah.
And he said basically what we all think, because we don't want him back here.
Yeah, America. That's the place for him. Yeah.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said, man.
What'd you say?
It's so funny.
And then he says this. So like a woman, he sounds like a woman. And no offense to women either, because I know a woman could probably kick his ass. But
What'd you say? What'd you say?
And then he says these intimidating words. Now, you can't use these words with a voice that's pitched that high.
You would want to beat the out of you. The blues.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to beat the F out of you.
What'd you say? You would want to beat the out of you. The blues.
With my songs.
No, you're not. You're not going to beat the F out of anybody. He wouldn't beat anybody. He couldn't hurt anybody. He could hurt a child. He could hurt a small child. Like if he got into an argument with a 3-year-old, then these words are probably menacing. These words are probably worrying.
What'd you say? You would want to beat the out of you. The blues.
Like if you're a 3-year-old, you'd be all like, "Oh, okay. Well, I better watch out because that looks like sort of an adult. It kind of appears to be an adult, but it's not an adult. It's a child."
What'd you say? You would want to beat the out of you. The blues.
He's not going to beat anybody.
And I love the photographer. He's like, listen, lose your bouncers. Like, he's sitting there with 2 MMA guys that are massive. Like, really, that's anyone can walk around doing that.
Here, it's right here.
Lose your fucking bouncers. Lose your fucking bouncers. Lose your fucking bouncers.
Yeah, he's telling him, lose your bouncers.
Yeah.
Lose your bouncers and let's go if you're a big, tough guy. And that guy from England would have cleaned his clock. Because in England, they know British karate, which is using any tool at your disposal to injure or kill somebody. That's British karate.
Oh, yeah.
You bite, kick, punch, cut, shoot, whatever.
It's a pub brawl. It's a soccer match. Like, it's, they'll go.
It does
break a bottle.
It's people, exactly. A big one.
Come back, you prick. Come back, you prick.
And right to him. This is the thing. This is one of the most famous people in the world. And this guy not only doesn't care, he wants to beat him up.
It's so awesome, man.
Come back, you prick. Come back. Lose your bouncers. Come back.
Come back, you prick. All right?
This is my favorite, what he calls him here.
That's all fucking little
Best insult to call someone that.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, the C-job. Yeah. Come back, you C-job.
And then there's Bieber.
That's all fucking little
You saw the pictures of him dangling above the O2 Arena.
Yeah, little is right. So then he cancels, then the Biebs, after this little scuffle, he cancels his Portuguese show.
Yeah,
but then I read that he actually is doing one show. They had 2 scheduled.
Okay.
So he canceled one because of poor ticket sales.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is a guy that could do no wrong. Now he can't sell anything. He's such a piece of garbage.
It's all catching up.
Yeah, it's drugs. Yeah. I'm telling you, the whole thing. Anytime you see someone like this go from being the clean-cut, wholesome, straight and narrow guy to giving weird interviews, which is your first clue. Weird interviews, showing up late for stuff, and then getting angry, overly angry about things. I'm telling you, dude, it's drugs. Shortness of breath, collapsing. It's drugs.
Drugs and dudes.
That's what his autobiography is going to be called. Drugs and Dudes. Story of a long way back.
Sex, drugs, and dudes? So that's how it's supposed to be.
Sex, dudes, and rock.
What'd you say? You would want it, man. What'd you say? You would want to beat the out of you.
Oh, boy. Beat the F out of you. He couldn't beat up a baby. He couldn't. If you put a 1-year-old in a room with him, he would lose.
He's so cute.
I know.
Yeah. The only thing he could beat up is a set of nuts. With his chin.
Those are speed bags.
My chin is going to beat the heck out of your nuts later.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it really is. So his grandparents are very worried. We're going to have a chat with him. His grandpa's like 56 for crying out loud.
Young, yeah.
Yeah. They're probably praying they're older, though.
He'll probably the grandpa.
Just so we don't have to see the demise of their grandson.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I wish I was 90.
Such an embarrassment to the family.
Yeah. I can't wait to get the cat.
Come on, dementia. Do your thing.
I don't want to be reminded of his tiny pecker he showed on stage.
Yeah. That didn't run in the... He got it from the father's side.
Yeah.
The Dean Blundell Show. The Dean Blundell Show. On 102.1 The Edge.
Lady that knows something about hospitals because she just got out of one after birthing her first child. Catherine McDonald from Global News Television. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning.
How are you?
I had a great 2.5-hour nap between 3 and 5, and thank God Daddy got up and helped because I was in almost meltdown.
Were you really? You almost had it was one of those ones where I need sleep, I can't sleep, the kid won't stop, and then you finally got some relief when your husband helped.
I think her ear hit the hold button.
I think we're on hold.
Are we on hold?
I think by accident.
She must be tired.
She's leaning and probably figuring out what's going on right now. That's how tired she is.
Yeah, she must be out of it.
You got to give her some credit. Just had a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Congrats to her.
Yeah.
Be a bit confused, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
all
think
new.
So. I think we're still on hold. Should we hang up and call her back?
The phone thinks so.
Wait.
Oh, no, she hung up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, call her back.
Call her back.
Do you get the? You still have the number?
Sean, you have redial on that phone?
Do you have redial there? You got redial?
Here it is.
There's a great example of a new that is like a great example. This woman is having a meltdown.
You do go out of your mind.
Oh yeah,
the first week.
Sean here.
Oh, there's a new one. There's a new number here.
Okay. This is great radio,
no,
too.
it is. Which number did you get?
Wonder if the phone died.
No, let's dial this one. I got a different one.
Must be tough having kids.
I watched her breastfeed yesterday.
How was that?
It was interesting. It was yeah. Is she there still? Oh, let's call her. I got it. Just get off the phone. It was good.
Like they put a blanket over that, or how does that work?
You put a blanket over that?
It's nice to see those things being used for the real purpose too.
Yeah,
that's what they're meant for.
Well, that's what they were, I believe, originally designed for.
Really?
Yeah.
And tell that to tube8.com.
I believe the original designation was for milk.
Okay.
Hello. Hey, Kath.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, that's
I have
okay.
one of those dialing cell phones that all of a sudden it dials up some random person.
It's okay. We were just talking about you breastfeeding.
What about it?
I know. We're just saying how apropos it was that we're talking to you and we get put on hold because you're so tired. You're just, whatever, man. I just want to get to bed.
Yeah, no. I think the couch is my new home for the next year. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it probably will be. But I tell you what, you look terrific for someone that just gave birth. And may we say just a group congratulations on the...
yes, congrats, Catherine.
I heard it didn't hurt at all.
Can I tell you, that was as I was being admitted to Mount Sinai, which is an amazing hospital, and my husband was looking at me like, is this really happening?
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say there's nothing more painful than contractions. And, a lot of my friends never had natural childbirth. They were induced. It is so painful.
Really?
I can't think of anything worse. But I have to tell you, the anesthesiologist was, when he walked into the room, I was like, you're my favorite guy. Just make it happen. Yeah. And when I ran into him at the, later the next morning and I was going up to the mat ward, I said, you know what, you did a fabulous job. And he said, after I was giving you that epidural, I realized I had been following you on Twitter. I had been reading about the Dr. Do-Not trial. And I said, you know what? I was trying not to think about that when you were giving me that epidural.
Did he say anything weird?
Yeah, it's a great question because there's maybe a little test because the George Do-Not guy was the guy saying he was going to put his stuff in chicks' mouths and stuff like that while they were going under the anesthetic. The trial that you were covering,
right? It's still on.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get the baby and a baby Bjorn and head over there.
I'm still in touch with the officers in charge, and they're still going on. That trial is going to go longer than the cash car trial. But yeah, I mean, as you know, these are, as much as I'm totally focused on work. I'm now completely distracted by this baby. And
rightfully so.
You should be, Catherine. CAS will say that's good news.
Yes.
No, the joke at the courthouse was I was going to come with the baby, and I may go for the verdict, but I'm not going to work. I mean, I'm really curious to know what's going to happen in that do not trial for sure.
Well, let me ask you. So you get put under anesthetic, and the guy leans in and starts talking to you like, okay, did he say when he said, okay, you're going to feel a warm sensation, and then very tired, and then you know you're going to did you hear something else because of the anesthetic? Did you hear like, okay, you're going to feel my nuts on your forehead, and
when you're giving birth, you're not put in sedation. You're conscious.
Oh.
You feel the needle. You know that we're going into your back. It's going to be cold.
What are you talking about? The needle?
But you do not go under. And my obstetrician, I said, I don't want to go under.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a sheet there? She said, no, you're not going to go under. That does not happen when you're giving birth.
Huh.
But I couldn't see the anesthesiologist either, but for what it's worth. But no, I mean, thank God it was a great experience. And that the staff at Mount Sinai, I'm telling you, I literally have Googled half of them. I'm now friends with the guy that delivered my baby on LinkedIn. He's from Saudi Arabia. He was the best. Came in, was so friendly and telling me I was doing a great job. I was doing the worst job. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. He's like, you're doing a great job.
Yeah. It's interesting, so your doctor from Saudi Arabia didn't have to drive mandatory cab for the first 9 months.
No, he's a fellow. This guy's got like 10 years training.
Oh, does he really?
Now he's a fellow, came here for training. They come to Sinai because it is one of the top hospitals. He's going to go back and he's going to run a hospital, and he's going to be the chief.
Do you ever, when you say he's a fellow, like do you ever say he's a Saudi Arabian fellow?
Yeah, he's a Saudi fellow.
He's
but no, I mean, just amazing guy. And I'm going to send them something because these people work so hard. Adrian was fast asleep in that chair, on that recliner. He was supposed to be helping me with this birth.
Well, I know, but he didn't count on you going into labor when you guys were at, when you guys, I say you guys, I mean him and his buddies were into their 7th bottle of wine.
Well, and I didn't count on having to drive my husband to hospital.
See, this is a great story.
Oh, man.
You told it yesterday because
I live right up the hill from Mount Sinai. I pressed the pedal and we glided downhill. That was it. I had one.
Your
chance
water
to
broke
break.
and you're driving him to the hospital.
Oh, dude, you got to hear the story. It's awesome. So because you went to the doctor that day, you weren't supposed to be in labor, and then you go out for a nice meal with some friends.
Right.
And tell the story from there if you can, because this is like if you're a dude, and you have a wife this cool, you should be so lucky.
So Adrian, I said, can you come pick me up? Because I'm kind of uncomfortable, and I was 40 weeks pregnant, just so you know. It wasn't like this was a surprise. I mean, this was my due date that I gave birth on. So we go to dinner, and he says, I can't drive because I've had a few drinks. So I said to him, I'll come down to Yorkville. I'll pick you up. So I took a cab down. We got the car. We go to dinner. The men are at one end of the table. The women are at the other end. And the men are having drinks, and they're in a great mood, and Adrian is celebrating the fact that we're about to have the child. So I'm not saying stop drinking because this could be the night. But then I'm sitting there and I realize I'm having contractions, like I'm grabbing onto the bench, and the women at the table who have children are saying you're having contractions, which you don't know when you've never had a child before. You don't know really what to expect. So I say to Adrian around 10:30, like I'm not rushing him. We're finishing the meal. I can barely talk at this point. Honey, I think we got to go to the hospital. Like I'm 5 minutes apart. I got to get going. I got to get an antibiotic. And he looks at me and he goes, we did the course. We have 20 hours. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, we get the car, we go home, and I have another contraction. And I come out into our living room, and he's like on the couch in his boxers. And I go, honey, we got to go. And he says, like, I don't want to go down to that hospital and have to walk around for 15 hours because we're not ready.
Hey, if you take the course, there's got to be a reason.
Yeah, the course said so.
Anyone that knows me knows I'm not going to be the first one at the party. Like, I'm going to wait till the end. I don't want to be there early.
Well, sure.
We get there, the doctor says, we got to admit you right now. Good thing you didn't wait another minute. And I'm looking at Adrian, who now is thinking, God, I feel a little bit bad about this, right?
Nope.
And he goes, is there a bed in the room? And I said, there's that reclining chair. Remember the tour we did? Before I even get on that operating room table, before the anesthesiologist can come in, Adrian is asleep, snoring. And I said to the nurses, thank God he's going to sleep so well tonight. We literally woke him up when we were pushing, like 5 hours later.
He is out having a great time, and his wife goes into labor. The best part was the story that you got home, because we paid you a visit yesterday to see your beautiful child. So we get home, you get home, and he takes his pants off, gets on the couch at some point, and he said, okay, it's go time.
Well, finally, when I convinced him we had to go, and I said, are you going to bring a bag? He said, I'll just come home. Like, we're close. Whatever. I said, let's go. And he goes, okay, honey, it's go time. And I'm like, really?
Like it's a football game?
Where are we going? Like, we're going to have our baby. No, he's like, okay, honey, go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm there. And I get it. He's funny. But it's, one of the best words of advice I ever got about giving birth was from my colleague, Alan Carter. And Alan said, tell Adrian that as your husband, when you go into labor, no joke is funny. Like nothing is funny. And he was trying to be funny, and it was not funny.
Well,
but we made it.
You made it, and you get the beautiful baby girl, and now you're home, and everyone's happy and healthy, and I believe you're going to be back at work in about. She said she's going to take a whole week off.
Wow, what a mat leave!
Yeah.
No, but we did go out for dinner on Saturday. We decided we were out. Leslie Roberts came over to pay us a visit, and Leslie said, "Do you want to go for dinner tonight at Scaramouche?" And I looked at Adrian and I said, honey, you want to go back? Because that's where we had dinner on Wednesday.
That's where her water broke.
That's where my contraction started. The water hadn't broken, thank God. And Adrian looked at me and he went, and I said, let's do it. So we went. And we saw the waiter who had, witnessed me and all my pain that night. And the baby sat with us for an hour and a half. She was amazing.
Yeah. See?
Is she tweeting yet? Is she tweeting the baby?
No. I did tweet a photo of us at dinner that night. She likes fine dining. I can tell you, we've created maybe a bit of a monster.
Yeah, well, as you should have. Well, listen, all the best to you. Congratulations. It's a good story. And in truth, the only thing that really matters, you got a beautiful, healthy little girl. So congratulations.
Yeah,
Catherine.
we're thrilled.
All right. Well, you go get some sleep.
I'm going to try.
Thanks, dear.
Thanks. Have a great day.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Catherine McDonald, Global News Television crime reporter. Funny one, eh? You hadn't heard that story yet.
No, I hadn't. But I mean, it does not surprise me at all.
Wasted.
Asleep in the chair while everything's going on the whole time. The admission, everything. He just laid down. Boom. She drove her husband.
I can't believe she drove.
The Dean Blundell Show.
The Dean Blundell Show.
On 102.1.
The Edge.
Honest man.
Right.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, morning, man. How you doing?
Good. He did. Yeah.
Hey, you guys see that Drake photo album?
Oh, yeah. We talked about it all week last week of him throwing $1 bills at
He looked really sad, didn't he?
overweight strippers. Sad?
Yeah, he looked kind of sad.
He just looked stupid.
Yeah, did you see how there were people actually, getting down to the side, though? What was up with that?
What do you mean?
There were people having sex in the photos next to him.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah, there were.
Not sex. I think it was just grinding.
Yeah,
just a bunch of strippers.
Oh, it was just grinding?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really lame.
Oh, that is to take $50,000 $1 bills into a strip joint. It's almost like taking $1,000 worth of pennies into a strip joint. That's the equivalent. And then trying to look like a big stud. I mean, it is still $50,000, and it's incredibly wasteful and stupid, and it did look incredibly douchey.
Especially at that strip joint. It just didn't look like a strip joint you didn't want to go into.
Did you see some of those hogs?
I know. I'd rather go to the ones up by Barrie.
Yeah, like crossovers.
Oh, yeah.
Place where they had that, the pregnant stripper. I'd rather go to Jilly's on a Tuesday.
Good lunches.
That's risky.
Yeah. It just seemed like it was. It was just a show. if you're going to go into a strip, you got to go like Charles Barkley styles, where you go in with like $100,000 and they're all in $100 bills.
Well, and the key is you do it and you never take pictures of it. Those are the guys.
That's when you know.
He had a photographer take pictures
exactly.
of him.
It was a stage shoot.
Yeah. Get their expressions.
Hey, The Edge.
Hey, Dean, how you doing?
Good, man.
Just curious, listening to your commentary earlier this morning about the Biebs, and curious if you want to play a game of Would You Rather.
The Biebs!
All right, you remember all those Tiger Beat kids and stuff back in the 80s? You had Corey Haim and Kirk Cameron?
Yep.
Would you rather see the Biebs end up like Corey Haim, going down into a pit of disparity,
and then die of pneumonia?
Videos of YouTube pulling his teeth out and then end up dying? Or end up like Kirk Cameron, finding Jesus and having a former shadow of his career, maybe laying down the soundtrack for the Left Behind movies?
Dead.
You want to go Corey Haim?
I had to bring up the Left Behind.
I'm going Corey Haim. I'm going all the way Corey Haim on that one because I respect Kirk Cameron so much less because he turned to Jesus, and that's just the pussy's way out, if you ask me.
He's still alive.
Still the pussy's way out. Turn into Jesus and going, this is the way I go. What's that?
It's a pretty hot wife.
Turn into Jesus and saying, this is exactly how you guys, I've learned a better way, and this is, gay people are bad, and premarital sex is terrible and all that. It's just terrible.
I'd like to see both.
You'd like to see him turn to Jesus and then die? Yeah, me too. Hey, The Edge. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Dean?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Stu from Keswick.
Hey, Stu.
Hey.
Just leaving the beer store.
At 7:30 in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
Is it open in Keswick at 7:30?
It's always open.
No way.
Did the broken glass cut
Really?
you?
What do you mean what do you mean it's always open?
We're heading out to the lake now, going fishing.
Oh. It's open at 7 in the morning?
Yeah, you gotta know the guy.
Yeah. Don't go out on the lake now.
You're getting, you know the guy, so you get off sale at the back door.
Well, it's out of the trunk.
What?
Out of his trunk.
Oh, it's out of his trunk.
Oh, that's the beer store?
Yeah.
This guy's a mess.
I hope the ice is thick. Hi, The Edge.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, who's this?
Good, Sarah.
What's up, Sarah?
Nothing much. What's going on?
Nothing, he's still here.
Okay, you guys have to watch the YouTube video called Breaking the Barrier.
Why?
It's about a guy and a girl, and they're in a relationship, and he starts farting in front of her. So then the girl says, all right, that's fine. You want to fart in front of me? And she just goes game on and continuously farts in front of him. It is hilarious.
Oh, I think it's a pretty old one.
Yeah, it's a bit old. Yeah.
Yeah, is it the one with crab cakes? Is it the one? Is that the same
No,
one?
no,
Or is it a different
no, a different one.
one? Okay, well, we'll check it out. Hi, The Edge.
It's like a pretty.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Just wanted to call and say 3 quick things. Number 1, Mad Douche is a douche. You guys rock. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And Justin Bieber has a little wiener.
Does he ever?
That's a bit, you know, the only thing that really bothers me is that, unfortunately, he is Canadian. I hope he doesn't give us a bad name.
Dude, it is too late. Listen to this. Listen, this is his scuffle with the photographer who called him a moron. So apparently, Justin Bieber can tweet and call people names and act like a tool. But if anybody else thinks or says he's a moron, it's fighting words. Them's fighting words. So this is him. These are some guys leaving his hotel. Some bouncer guys, big tattooed guys, his security guards, because it's easy to hide behind security guards. You effing little C word, why don't you go back to effing America? Thank God he doesn't know he's from Canada. So then the Biebs, he gets his big boy voice on. Have a listen to this.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Beat the
Lose your f***ing belt. Lose your f***ing belt.
So there you go, in his big boy voice.
I'm gonna beat the F out of you.
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
What'd you say? I'm gonna beat the F out of you, and I'm serious. If you can't take me seriously with this voice, I don't know. If this isn't the most intimidating thing you ever heard, huh? I'm gonna beat the F out of you, or at least one of these guys is. While I sit here and watch, and maybe kick you while you're down.
He had to prove he wasn't as scared.
Lose your f***ing belt.
Lose your bounces.
Get rid of the bouncers, the guy said. And this is the best part, because he just gives it to him. And the Bieb's door is still open.
Oh, yeah, you can hear all this.
He can hear all this, so he knows he's being insulted by some guy.
Lose your f***ing belt. Lose your f***ing belt. Come back, you prick. Come back, you prick.
Come back, you prick. And this is my favorite radio.
Right? That's all I'm f***ing little
Hi, The Edge.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Good morning. What's up?
How are you?
I'm all right. I just tapping into the show. I always listen to you in the mornings. I appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
I wanted to ask a question, just a husband-wife question that I want the studio to answer on. I want the audience to answer on, if I could have a couple seconds.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to ask you guys, my wife, I had a big kerfuffle with her this morning about money. What else is new about divorce and money? It's probably the main issue because of divorce. She doesn't contribute a dime over the last 10 years to the marriage, and then after more, when we get into a little bit of a stymie where we're sort of set back a little bit temporarily, she starts barking at me like I owe her money. Anyhow, I know it's like a husband and wife kerfuffle, but I don't know. I just thought it was a cool question to does she have a right to say anything if she hasn't contributed anything over the last 10 years to the family?
So let me ask you something. Were you doing this radio voice with her for the past 10 years?
No,
because then I get it.
I know.
She might be getting a little annoyed.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't want to pay because this has been driving her nuts for 10 years.
Well, there's no Donnybrook.
I love her with all my heart, but when push comes to shove, I don't think anyone who hasn't contributed to a marriage financially has a right to start debating where.
Did you marry her?
We eloped in Miami.
Okay, but you married her.
You made that decision.
Okay, you married her, and you didn't sign a prenuptial agreement. And as most men in these situations learn, or women that have to go through this, that's your mistake, not hers. And she's allowed to say whatever she wants. So. But that was a really cool radio voice.
Top of the morning to you.
It was a kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle. Yeah, that was quite a kerfuffle.
Thought it'd be a really cool subject for your listeners to debate all morning.
Yeah, no, it
Should
won't.
the wife pay?
Poll of the day.
Matter of fact, you didn't even ask a question. Hi, The Edge.
Hey, Dean.
Yeah.
Got a CSI punchline joke for you.
Oh, I never know if it's good if you lead it off with that.
Yeah, you can't really say that when you start. It's like saying, here's a really funny joke, and then what if it's not funny? There's a huge letdown.
That's very true.
What if it is a letdown? What do we do?
Then you have to do the boring, I guess.
Wow.
Well, now he's telling us what to do.
He's got his ear to the ground. We'll give him that.
All right.
All right. So remember when Justin Bieber, those guys were plotting to capture him, kidnap him, and
castrate him?
Yeah, exactly. So picture they got him, tied him up, pulled down his pants, looks down. Somebody beat me to the punch.
I don't understand it.
Because there's nothing there. They're going to go castrate him.
Yeah. Oh. But still.
There.
All right. Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah. It was terrible.
I'll take it.
It wasn't bad. He just
Beat
is a
him to
bad
the
storyteller.
punch.
Yeah.
Why the punch?
It'd be like, looks like someone beat me to it.
It looks like someone beat it off.
Looks like I'm not the only guy with this idea. At The Edge.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Just want to talk about Biebs real quick.
The Biebs.
The Biebs. Do you remember, I don't know how long ago it was, when his laptop got stolen? And it was a big thing.
Yeah, he made it up.
He made it up.
Yeah, like his whole career. He made that up. He just made that story up.
That never happened.
True story. That never happened once. He made up that someone made off with his laptop in Vancouver, and it never happened. And then he released, I was just joking. I haven't seen what had happened. What kind of pictures came out.
And that's why I asked you guys this morning if you think this whole London trip has just been a big public relations thing to get him more mature.
Tiredy.
But you guys don't.
Maybe they're trying to make him look tougher, but it's backfiring.
Fire those people.
Bored, lonely, hard up. Use your free hand and follow the boys on Twitter.
At Dean Blundell Show.
The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1.
The Edge.
Time for Wha Happened. The best confession wins. We got a lot of food and some other stuff to give away, right?
Yeah, the food. 2 $100 gift cards. One is for McCafe and one is for Pizza Nova. McCafe is McDonald's.
Yeah.
What the happened? What the happened?
What happened?
Hey, what happened?
Hey, what happened?
Get down. Oh, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Oh, stick on your tongue. Oh.
Must have been a yogurt tube.
Yeah,
if that doesn't make you hungry, what will?
Hi, The Edge.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's your name?
Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what happened?
What happened?
Hey, what happened?
All right, well, about a month ago, I had a show, and my girlfriend and a bunch of friends were over, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, my girlfriend was feeling pretty frisky, so she wanted to take a girl home. So her friend was there, and she was a little tank, so it was sort of like an easy go-getter. So we took her back, and long story short, they're both sharing my member, and I pulled out of the and her dentures came out.
Oh.
So needless to say, I was a little...
oh, no, that's when it's go time.
That's when it just gets started. You're right.
Yeah. Let's get this party started right now. The dentures are out. Hey, The Edge. Hello. Hey.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. What's your name?
Adam.
What happened? Hey, what happened?
All right, so I got a cheating ex-girlfriend story here for you guys.
Yeah.
This was a couple of years ago now. I was dating this girl who obviously ended up cheating on me, whatever. And we had still talked here and there. And I was working at a restaurant at the time, right? So her and her friends decided to come in to eat. And I told her before this, I'm like, this is my area. Don't come around here. Pardon my French.
Yeah, don't do that again.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, don't come around here. This is my turf. Stay your ground. And she obviously didn't listen. So she came to the restaurant, sat down, had her, food and whatever. Waiters came back and they're like, your ex is here, blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, set me up with what she's eating. So they come back, give me her order. I find out which one's hers, whatever, et cetera, right? So just a little bit of a backstory here as well. There was this other D-bag that I worked with that I was, saving some special sauce for. And this is around the same time of year, so everything's freezing. I got it stored in the back room where it's frozen solid, right? So then she comes in, and I'm like, well, I can't really pass up this opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So I go and get it from the back room, throw it in the microwave for 15 seconds, whip up her salad, toss in a couple extra ingredients, send it out to her. So waiter comes back, asks her how her food was, everything, etc. And she says, oh, yeah, it was really good, but it was a little salty. So after this, at this point, they go, they leave, they all come back. We're all laughing about it in the back room, whatever. And
it's so boring. Damn it.
Yeah.
Thank you. That had some good elements, kids. I hope you learn from that guy because he could have got right to it and have been done. It might even have won if he knew how to tell a story.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that, though.
No.
Yeah, you should.
Next thing you know, the lettuce will have babies.
Hi, The Edge. Bok choy. Hi, The Edge.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name?
I'm going to go with Julie.
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 What happened? Hey, what happened?
What the happened?
Well, so 6 years ago, St. Patrick's Day, I was single, feeling a little frisky. I call up one of my girlfriends who I've fooled around with before. Never had sex with, but I fooled around with her. one thing leads to another. We start fooling around, and she has the most gnarly vagina, I guess is the best word. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Awesome. That I have ever seen. Huge.
Terrible.
Like I had to stop and get drunk to finish, but I was.
See, even girls don't like them. This is all I wanted to hear because last week we were talking about that large labia project, and when we were phoning in an email, going, you know what, everyone's different, and they all look beautiful, and they're all right. No, they don't. Even girls appreciate a gross one, right?
Like I feel sorry for her. That must suck. Like I didn't know it could be like that, but
it must have been terrible.
It was, and I even I guess I'm pretty good. I guess I'm gonna brag. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'd finished. I thought she would leave, but she wouldn't.
You're the only one who spent time there. What do you expect?
Probably.
Yeah, it was like you had done something no one else did.
Yeah.
You braved it.
I did, and I was good. I didn't let her. I was so not in the mood. I made up some excuse why she me. I even had a friend call me and be like, hey, buddy, come over and party. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to my friend's house. And she's like, oh, well, you've been drinking. You can't drive. She drives me there. She doesn't drink. I party. She comes back to my house, wants more. And I'm like, okay, I'm the one who, called her. I have to keep going, I guess. Like, I feel bad. I kind of took advantage of her. So I do it again. It's like 6 a.m. She has to go to work. She goes to work. I don't call her or anything.
Are you guys
I'm
both
okay.
lesbians, or are you just both two women that probably wanted some action?
She's a lesbian. I am fluid.
I guess, especially after that night.
I know that's an awful, actually, word to use. Sorry. Anyways, 2 weeks later, I see her at the bar, and she's like, "Oh, I guess you lost my number." You know, in front of all my friends. It was embarrassing, but all
Did
my
you tell her?
She was no, but all my friends knew, and they're all like killing themselves laughing. I'm like, yeah.
Giggling.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
At the Edge.
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
This is Christy.
What happened? Hey, what happened?
Okay, well, I was dating this guy last New Year's Eve, and he was out with his friends. He didn't want to hang out with me, I guess. And so I was with my best friend, and she's a super, super babe, and I've always had a thing for her. So we decided to get really drunk together. So we put on a movie, and every time we sing along, we had to take a shot, and we're both singers, so we were taking shots all over the place, and we get really, really drunk, and she ends up puking on herself, and so she takes off her shirt and goes upstairs and brushes her teeth and comes back down without a shirt on.
That was close, because I almost gave you the boring.
Oh, thank you
and
for
then
holding
the
on.
shirt came off, so we'll keep going. Cole, keep going.
Okay, and so anyways, we start making out, and we've got some heavy hand love going on, and I start and
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You got down. You went downtown. It's just.
And anyways, she finishes, and then she's like, "Let me you," and so she starts. But the movie finishes, and like I have this thing where I have to have noise in the background, and it's usually the radio. So I go and I'm looking for movies to put on, and the only one that I have is Holes. So I put it on, and she's
Killed the story.
You lost
Killed
it. You lost
Killed
it.
Yeah.
You're doing so good. The only movie I had was Holes. It's a kid's movie. Where these worms keep coming up from the ground.
Really?
Yeah. Holes.
It's so boring. I just wanted to hear about the second
So much
one.
promise, huh?
I know.
By the Edge.
So hot.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, man, what's up?
Not much.
What's wrong with you? What happened to me?
What happened?
I got a messed up one for you here, buddy. You know, I took my daughter, she's 4, junior kindergarten, to Rotten Ronnie's for an ice cream to give the wife a break, right?
How nice of you.
Yeah, I know. So she's in the pool and they're doing the thing, right?
He thinks he's a hero because he took his 4-year-old for ice cream. Give the old lady a break.
Yeah, let her relax a little bit, right?
Right. You're cool.
So, you ever been to the playland? You got kids, you know what I'm talking about. You know the playland, how they can go into the little cubes and go up and crawl around and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So my daughter goes in. She comes out like 3 minutes later, bawling her eyes out. Her hair's all in like a bird's nest, right? I'm like, oh, what happened to you? And she's like, oh, little girls beat me up, right? So I'm like, which little girl? So she told me. So I went to go talk to the mom, and I'm like, hey, what's going on with your kids? They're beating up my daughter, right? And she's like, oh, kids will beat
What
kids.
town is this in?
This is in Ajax.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Kids would be
kids.
I love how he wasn't watching her in the first place. But anyway,
No clue who was going.
You can't see her.
Why would you go in and watch? It's silly, yeah.
Right? She comes out, so I'm like, okay, kids will be kids, that's fine. So I took my daughter to the bathroom, and I told her, I go, listen, if somebody hits you, you tell them once, don't touch me. If they hit you again, I taught her how to give a hook, right? so I sent her back in. It's two on one, and my daughter's small, right? So she goes back in. About 2 minutes go by, and one little girl comes down the slide, bawling her eyes out, right into her mouth, the same lady. And about 10 seconds later, the other little one comes out. They're bigger than my daughter, too, right? So then my daughter comes out with a big smile on her face, and she goes up to me. She's like, Daddy, I did it. I'm like, good for you. So the mom's pissed off on the other side now. I can see her getting up, right? So I grab her. I'm like, okay, it's time to go. We're going.
Yeah, you know when you tell your daughter to beat up other little kids, you got to get out of there right away.
Right?
That's the moral of the story. When you encourage your kids to go and beat up other kids, and then they do it, the key there, this is the key, is to get out as fast as you can after it happens.
Believe me, buddy, but it gets worse. It gets worse if you believe this. So listen, so I grab her. I'm like, okay, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So we're going to the car, and I hear this lady in the background. Her English isn't the greatest. Like, hey, stop. I turn around and I see the lady. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, this is going to get ugly, right? So I put my daughter in the car, and she starts yelling at me, and then she grabs me by my sweater. I'm like, listen, lady. I'm like, don't go there, please. Right? Let go. Let go of my sweater, right? So I'm trying to get into my car, and she's ripping on my sweater. I'm like, get the hell off me, lady, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking in my car for something that I didn't want to hit her, right? Because I'm a guy, right? So I'm like, okay, I got to do something.
You got to hit her with something that's not your hand, right? That's what you're thinking.
Yeah. So I look, and what do I see? I'm a little Canadian boy. I see a cold Timmy's cup beside me. So I throw the coffee at her. It goes all over. I was like, get the hell over. I started my car and I took off. So I guess she took my license plate. And but it gets worse, Dean, believe me.
I didn't think it could.
Yeah.
From so many different angles.
So my driver's license, I didn't change it yet, but I bought a house in Whitby, so my address goes to my mother's house still, right? But the cops were there last night, asking for me. My mom stayed solid, though. She didn't say a word. She didn't say, I don't know where he is. But.
Now you're calling, telling us.
I ain't saying nothing.
There's no rats in my family.
I don't even know who you're talking about. He's been dead for years. You win. Congratulations. That is,
the winner on the Dean Blundell Show. Yay!
Man, that is so Ajax. Isn't it?
It's another world.
Yeah, I tell you something, dude. You, for so many reasons you don't even know, you made me laugh.
That was one of the best stories of all time.
Yep. Congratulations. That had it all. That just screamed Durham County, didn't it?
I tell my 5-year-old with a mean right hook. Come on.
It's like, you once. I teach her to the crap. I take her to the crap where I teach her how to do a right hook. I said, anybody touches you, you give it to him twice. Bang, boom. Congrats.
Thanks, buddy.
Todd will tell you what you won. And good news, bud. You're going back to McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, just so the cops can find you, we'll give you $100 McDonald's gift card, McCafe Mondays. Also a $100 Pizza Nova gift card.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's
The Dean Blundell Show.
Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus.
Dean Blundell Show.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Edge. This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing. Ain't nothing going on but the rent, mother effer. Life's funny. Police said a 28-year-old woman named Jamie Kraft was drunk and half naked when she tried to flee the scene of a car crash in a battery-operated toy truck that was in the back of her car. It's her kids. It's pretty funny. According to police, she was drunk Sunday when she crashed her 2001 Pontiac Grand Am into the side of a mobile home. Owner of the home said Kraft was traveling at a high rate of speed when she rounded the corner and under the panel of his trailer. Another witnesses said that she was not wearing any pants when she got out of her car and began yelling at him and urinating. That's when she grabbed the man's daughter and got into his son's Power Wheels truck and tried to drive off.
Take off in the Power Wheels truck, huh?
Cops found her at her mother's house where she had walked after getting out of the toy truck when the battery died about 2 blocks away. How funny is it that they still couldn't catch her?
I know. Those things go, 8 kilometers an hour?
No, like 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, they go 4.
Those lazy trailer park people. Yeah.
When they got to the car, she apparently could barely stand and started singing show tunes when they arrested her, so they figured she was pretty wasted. And then she laughed when she was getting her mugshot and said, "You got me. You finally caught me. I took off in the Power Wheels truck and you got me."
The big chase in the trailer park with a big wheel behind her. That chick sounds like she knows how to party, though.
Yeah. I know. I'd hang out with her for sure.
She did it all.
Yeah. She knows how to do it.
You guys got me.
Indiana woman is suing a church after for refusing to install a headstone with what she wanted on her husband's grave because it was too, quote, secular. Shannon Carr spent $10,000 on a granite headstone to mark her husband Jason Carr's grave. The headstone was supposed to feature images of a deer because he liked to hunt.
Okay.
A dog because he liked dogs.
Nice.
And the colored logo of NASCAR.
Oh, God.
And his favorite team, the Indianapolis Colts. The reverend of the cemetery of the actual church where he was supposed to be buried said, "Hey, listen, we can't be doing that. It's just too tacky and cheap. And should have prayer hands and someone saying, 'Here lies a good man in the love of the name Jesus Christ.'"
Sure, R.I.P. whatever. Yeah.
No, she wanted, "Here lies Jason Carr, who loved to hunt dogs, loved his NASCAR and his Indianapolis Colts, with all the logos. Wasn't allowed to have any of it." So now she's suing, saying that she should be able to put whatever she wants on the headstone.
Yeah, she's got a point.
Yeah. It was even in his will that he wanted all this stuff on his headstone.
Really?
Yeah.
The colored logo of the NASCAR, not just etched in the stone.
No. Maybe that's why it was unallowed. It's just a little too tacky with all the colors. You know what I'd get on mine, though?
What?
I was thinking about it, and I'd get like a Dale Earnhardt Jr. sticker on it.
You're right. I know what you'd get on yours.
What's that?
It looked like a big pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big marijuana leaf. That'd be awesome. Huh? And women and like really hot chicks wearing like bikinis turned around with that look on their face, like they're looking over their back. Going,
oh, that's hot.
Oh, there's Dean.
Maybe they're fanning your body with a big marijuana leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's so warm. Yeah. That's what I'd get.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, who's there? Is Dean staring at my buttocks again? Oh.
Yeah, you should be able to put anything you want on it. That'd make actually going to a cemetery a little more enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're going to visit.
Yeah,
you
could
would smile a little more.
Yeah, if you're a real prick and the last thing you want to do is insult everybody, you could put something very insulting on your headstone.
The big finger, yeah, the big F you.
If you can read my headstone, you are gay. You like wieners. If you're reading this, you like wieners, and then a big finger, a middle finger. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you just write on it, and first you say, read aloud, and then you just write, I love...
wieners.
Yeah.
And Sanel Maziela got married. Good for Sanel. In front of 100 guests and his wife, Helen. Sanel and Helen, wonderful. Helen's husband died a while ago, and Sanel wanted to get married. At least that's what he told his mom. The The marriage took place on the weekend in South Africa, which Sanel claimed his dead ancestors said that he had to get married, and so he thought he should get married to his mom's best friend. See, Sanel's 8. The mom is 61. Now, the mom says she clearly knows that this marriage can't be what it's supposed to be until he's over 18, so they got married. They're going to live in separate houses, and when he turns 18, they're going to move in together.
I think when they turn 18, he's going to realize she's 71 and not want to be a part of this anymore.
His family shelled out $2,000 for the wedding, insisted that the ritual was what he wanted. He told a local newspaper, I told my mother I wanted to get married, and so this is what I did. I'm happy that I married Helen. When I'm older, I want to marry a lady my own age and maybe stay married to her. Either or, he said he wanted to make sure he was going to get married, so he thought he'd do it now.
At 8.
Yeah. It was that wedding night. Like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Where is this?
South Africa.
It's a little hot.
It wouldn't matter, yeah. That
cocktail.
Yeah. 8 years old.
They need PlayStation in that part of the world.
You know, by 9, he'll be coming home from school going, all she does is bitch all day. I come home with B's and A's. bitch.
But I ain't getting out of this because she's not getting half my Lego set.
Oh, that's just too young. He'll regret that decision by the time he's 10. Huh?
By the time he's double digits.
He'll be saying to his buddies in the school ground when he's 10, man, I wish I could turn back time. If I could just go back in time and get a redo.
To when I was 8.
Yeah. I had so many dreams back then.
She's killing me. Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in March year 2013.
The Edgefiles on 102.1 The Edge.
This is the Dean Blundell Show.
102.1 Taking your phone calls. 416-870 Edge.
How many times do you think you've said that in 12
Billions.
years? Yeah.
Hi, The Edge.
Hi, good morning.
What's up, Toots?
Hi. I just wanted to talk about Sarah Thompson. I was listening to 92.5 with my 10-year-old this morning, and she was on the air.
Oh, you were listening to a 10-year-old kid's radio station, and she was on the air?
Pretty much, yeah. And they had her on, and they were interviewing her, and they asked
Which is weird because I thought she said she was taking a break from press, Todd said.
I thought, because she said she sort of went on, she'd said things too quick and too soon, and that's why she released a statement anyway.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
And they asked her the question, why social media versus going to the police? And she talked about, she felt that it was a waste of time, and, that it would be wasting Rob Ford's time, and that she wouldn't be getting as much of reaching out and making much of an impact. And they asked her the question of why, is that? Why would you, what would you tell somebody else that was going through this situation? She said to go to the police. As a woman, it just is a little concerning that, with what we struggle with, with these types of things, and that, this person in such a high position would not go to the police and not do the right thing.
Well, it makes you curious and skeptical as to whether or not it actually went down as she said it went down, too, right?
That's right.
And
You know what I mean?
exactly. And did she, in fact, take it as a joke? If it did go down, and that's why she made light of it, had a picture of him type of thing. And I'm not saying she did make light of it, but if it's so serious, yes. She should have gone on the police.
You know what I don't like about the whole thing is whether or not he did or didn't grab her ass. What I don't like is how she has turned it into any opportunity to talk about it, has turned it into, it almost feels like an opportunity to be front and center. And I'm not saying that's why she's talking about it. But if someone sexually assaulted me of such mammoth proportions, first of all, I wouldn't be into it because I'm a guy. But if he grabbed my ass and I was her, the very first thing I would do is go and have him charged for assault. That's the very first thing. So for her to say it's not important or she didn't see the need for it, totally, I think, bogus. And downplays sexual assault for women. And I don't think you can make too much of that.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. Is that if these issues are very serious, and that's the thing, there's no in between here.
No,
it's you either go to the police if it happens, and that's how you deal with it, or you don't go and just all of a sudden make a comment on Facebook about it. It doesn't seem right to me.
Well, it seems funny to me. I mean,
but if there's anybody situation,
but hold on, if there's anybody you're not going to put it past, it's the mayor of the city. If there, in my opinion, if anybody could have been in a state that was altered and possibly heard that he may be, and if I heard it was the mayor of the city of Toronto, I would not be surprised. But then there was this other thing where these city councilors and folks, civic politics sucks and it's boring and don't worry about. But this is the human part of it that I like. So the human part of it is there's these guys, other city councilors that allegedly overheard her say she was going to set him up.
Yeah.
Or take him down or something like
that. I'm going to take that guy down. And all you'd have to do is throw him something.
Put it on the ground.
Yeah, a little bow.
Or watch him hike a football.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. You didn't have to make up a story. All you had to do was throw something to him.
Whoa, it fell over. Yeah, the balance is not good.
Hi, The Edge.
Hi there. Just calling to see if I can get on the air.
You're on the air.
No kidding. I'm listening to the radio.
Yeah, I know.
You can turn
40-second delay. Go ahead.
Oh, cool. I was at the bar on Saturday, and a girlfriend of mine that I grew up with got punched in the face.
What?
By a guy.
No.
I swear.
Scared.
My buddy jumped on him. I was in the room, but I didn't see it. My buddy jumped on him, and bouncer stepped in, but just wanted to say to all the guys out there not to punch girls.
No. It's what a great... You know what we should do? Make sure it's don't punch girls. Guys, don't punch girls.
And don't grab their asses if they don't want it either. It's just certain rules.
You don't walk up to guys and punch them or grab their ass. Well, maybe you do, and in which case your last name is probably Travolta, and it's a steam bath. At The Edge.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I was listening to your conversation about Rob Ford there, and with touching that little lady's butt, you guys were inquiring about what he may have been on or not been on.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to know for a fact that guy is a little bit of a...
I can't see that. I had to take part of that out. There's rumors about that kind of stuff, but you said you know people that know people that to get him things.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chachi. It's not, see, and this
I
is
love
the thing.
that we don't know these terms.
I don't know.
I love that I'm naive to
I
this
still
stuff.
call it booger sugar.
Well, booger sugar works. There's a million names for the stuff, but I've heard it from the the supplier's mouth that actually you're supposed to don't say anything to anybody. But
so you call a radio show. This is all the folks. And here's the thing: is that anytime someone calls, I don't know what his personal life's like. I've heard lots of stories too, and I'm unwilling to say any of them are true. I'm unwilling to even say that guy's telling the truth. Well, all I'm willing to say is that whereas in some cases. In a court of law, when someone denies having any issues, he has been arrested for it. He has been publicly intoxicated before. That I do know. He has been arrested for being in possession of marijuana, which I think is cool. He does have many examples of him being under the influence of something, whether it be beer or vodka or whatever. In certain situations, he has been arrested for DUI, so we do know those things.
Mm-hmm.
All the other stuff that's alleged, I am totally unwilling to corroborate and say whether or not it's true. However, when someone has a little bit of an issue with certain things, you can probably assume that there are other issues at hand.
Still tough to take the word of a supplier. Well, I know for a fact you're a supplier. You're not someone I'm going to bring with me to court for an alibi. Yeah.
No, seriously, ask Pedro,
my drug dealer.
Because I get it from the same guy. At The Edge.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
You were just talking to me.
Oh yeah, you're the drug guy.
No, I'm not the drug guy. I'm the guy that knows the guy.
Oh, you're the guy that knows. So you get your stuff from the same guy?
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, good.
Well, what I was going to say is that looking at how big the man is, usually that sort of stuff suppresses the appetite. So who knows? Maybe
he's not on it. Who knows? I don't know anything. That guy just called to say he gets his Coke from the same guy that sells his Coke to somebody else.
Who refers to the drug as Happy Days characters.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
I just want to make a comment about the Rob Ford whole dilemma going on.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm a woman, and obviously if something did go down, I mean, I'm not for saying she's a liar or anything, but I've been in experiences where the woman has lied and where a woman has actually been sexually assaulted. Now, if she actually felt, I guess, violated, she would have gone about things completely a different way than if she was just trying to get attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, you go to the police.
Yeah, but not. See, this is me being non-committal on the subject. I agree. If it were me and someone sexually assaulted me, I'd for sure go up the right chain of command. I wouldn't just start complaining about it on Facebook.
No, I mean, and Sarah Thompson is a mentor for women, let's be honest. And she's run for mayor. No, and she has this women's magazine. No, I'm being serious, right?
I don't know her. I don't know her to say whether or not she's a mentor. I can tell you this, is that I wouldn't... My first choice of having... If I had a kid, a female, a daughter who was 18, who needed to intern and wanted to get into publishing, I don't necessarily know that I would think that she would be a great mentor.
Okay, well, I mean, I think some people respect, obviously, what she's done in terms of a career and
Maybe.
stuff. My point being, though, is that like when something
Can
this
you
serious...
respect someone that just takes advantage of opportunities for a living?
And that's what I'm saying. In such a serious situation, because you'd want to give that example. You don't want to so if a woman got assaulted, now you just go to Facebook? No, you go to the police.
Yeah. That's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
At the Edge.
Hey there. I called you guys last week, totally off topic of your show this morning.
Yeah.
On the dog walker.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to let you guys know how many people heard me on the radio, how many people listened to your show and actually, recognized me on it.
Really?
So you got a lot of cool people listening to your show. Therefore, if any cool people want a really cool dog walker, they should call Pitter Patter Paws.
Oh, so blatant.
At the Edge.
Hey, for the record, if the guy's doing chotch or whatever the guy wants to call it, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Flight, but the stuff makes you more alert, not more doozy.
Yeah.
I love how his references the movie Flight.
Which I saw yesterday, by the way.
Great movie.
Awesome movie.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it, I know it looks totally bogus, but it's a great movie.
Solid.
Denzel is an absolute waste in that movie.
My man.
How I was watching it, my girlfriend and I were watching it, and I said, that guy drinks a lot. How you go for, and I loved, last night we had a half a bottle of wine together, and I thought, you know what, how on earth? And it almost turns you off. If you're having a drink while you're watching the movie Flight, it almost turns you off of drinking.
Especially when you're going to bed with 3 ounces of rum and some ice, and you're falling asleep while watching, going, maybe I shouldn't be going to bed with this. No. I can't even stay awake for the movie.
I can see myself in this thing.
Wait a second.
You did that, didn't you?
There's a reason why I'm not a pilot. Okay.
He flew the F out of that plane, though.
Oh, yeah. He's
all wasted. At the Edge.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
I was just calling in about the Rob Ford fiasco.
Yeah.
It's entirely believable. But he's Teflon. Nothing sticks to him. Don't know why. It's kind of a waste of taxpayers' money to try and prosecute somebody like that because we pick up the legal tab.
Yeah, but you can't, there is no price on if indeed the woman was sexually assaulted. You cannot put a price tag on protecting women.
No, but at
Do you know what I'm
the same
saying?
point, a lot of women will not go to the police because there's a shame factor still. I mean, back in the day, a good slap across the face, but now you get charged for assault.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was just my thought.
No,
Thanks a lot.
It's interesting. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We were talking off, or actually we were saying, Rob Ford, he's gotten off the giving the money to his team, which, whatever, but still it broke the law according to what it is.
Yeah.
He got off with the extra campaign money. Like, it is unbelievable the things he gets away with.
Do you remember the audio of when he was doing the town hall like for 24 hours? And the woman got up there and she said her name and he goes, I can think of another name for you that starts with B. No issues there either. He's awesome.
He's like a rock star.
Hi, The Edge.
Hi, I'm calling about the Rob Ford thing.
Yes, ma'am. Did he grab your ass?
Oh, he's disgusting. I would probably kick him right in the balls.
That a girl. If you could find him.
Oh,
You'd
yeah,
kick him where the balls used to be before
Right
the
in the
fat
swish.
advanced.
Yeah.
The great flabalanche of his groin.
He's seriously disgusting, and I don't even know how he is mayor of Toronto. He is gross. He looks gross. He's a sloth, and he's a glutton. And ew, he's disgusting.
And he's sweaty.
And he is sweaty. And you know what? I don't know if she's being honest or not, but I'll tell you something. I've been sexually harassed at work for a long time, my entire life. I work in the corporate world. And, yeah, you know what? Nothing ever gets done, regardless if you go up the chain of command, if you go to the cops. You're a female. It's a male's world, unfortunately. And sometimes you got to take people's
Yeah. No, I agree.
Gross.
I agree. No, it's and it's high time for us to change that attitude in the workforce.
I know I'm getting fake boobs just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of wearing a tight skirt tomorrow
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
see what happens. At The Edge.
Hey, this is Stefano.
Hey.
Hey, so this whole Rob Ford thing, I mean, it's getting out of hand. I have some serious problems,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, over the weekend, my girl, she tried to put on a strap-on and give it to me. Well, she did. And to be quite honest,
You liked it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was wondering if it was gay.
That's a real problem.
Hey, I was drunk and all, so it wasn't a big deal. So,
Yeah, it's a big deal.
But you liked it.
But you liked it. So what's
I
the
don't like-
difference? What's the difference if some dude gets behind you and gives you the high hard
well,
one?
the difference is I don't like men, I like...
You can't say that. You don't like men, but you like wieners?
Yeah, I mean, it's good for you. I mean, if you think about it, do you like your own?
No, I don't.
You don't like your own penis?
No, I don't.
Oh, wow, man, you got some problems. You don't keep it clean.
Wait a second. Hang on, Stefano. Hang on. You took one from your girl this last weekend, and you really liked it, and you just told me you like wieners, but you don't like men, and I got a problem?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's not gay. It's just...
Dude.
Bro, I'm like Jacques Cousteau, I'm
No, you're not like Jacques Cousteau. No, you're not.
You're an explorer?
You're like Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay, but it's Big Stefano. Come on.
Just because you're big doesn't mean that you can't enjoy that.
You don't love men. Huh?
Well, anyways, that was it. I have to go to work now, but thanks for the time. It's gay then.
He's come out of the closet?
Yeah, right there.
Good for him.
Live. Good job. Hey, everybody, take it easy on Stefano today. It's his first day being gay.
Yeah. He may be shuffling a little funny today.
Yeah.
Hey, take it easy.
It was a
on
big
him.
weekend for him.
Yeah, big time. He this is his first gay weekend.
Yeah, he's sore now mentally. It's going to be a different experience for him. Just getting out. Good for him.
The Dean Blundell Show. On the Edge.
We're trying to get a hold of Sarah Thompson. She not replying?
Not responding.
So she'll do...
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm reserving my judgment on this topic. I'm just going to report the facts, keeping it light in 2013. But when we find out the truth, man, am I going to give it to some people.
I don't think you'll ever find out the truth with this one.
Yeah, we will. Oh, for sure we will. You can't let ass grabbins go by. Hey, The Edge.
Hi, how are you?
Good, who's this?
Flora.
What's up, Toots?
I'm calling because I wanted to kind of defend Sarah, and I don't know anything about her and how she came out on Facebook. But my own experience is that when you go to the police, you are assigned a Crown attorney, and the person who assaults you can hire a really expensive private lawyer, And then when you give testimony in court, you're not allowed to hear what the accuser says, but the accuser is allowed to stare at you and hear everything you say. And they're allowed to not put in a plea 7 times. So you have to take 7 days off work, go through it emotionally every time you go. And I just think it's a big pain in the ass to actually...
Oh, go to the police with it.
I went to the police, and then we went to court, and the person was found guilty. But it took almost a year, and
What happened? What happened to you? Did some guy grab on you a little bit, or more than that?
It wasn't rape, but it was touching, inappropriate touching, and not letting me go when I was saying leave me alone.
Dude, honest to God, you can use the R word the second the second a female or a male says no, and there is one more touch, you can use the R word. That's my opinion.
Well, the person in my case had to give their their DNA, and they were found guilty. It was taken quite seriously at the end, so I would say it's worth it. But I could completely understand any woman saying, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah. But would you agree that Facebook would be the way then to go about it?
Well, I don't know how she went about it. Did she?
Yeah, she posted a picture of it on Facebook of him. It looked like he had a couple of cocktails or something else. I don't know. I can't be...
he didn't look very healthy. That's for
he
sure.
looked like he was having just way too good a time.
I thought he might have been dead.
Maybe it's like that woman who said he's Teflon, so maybe Sarah thought, look, I know it's true, and you can look at the picture and know this man's a dickhead, and I don't want to be bothered, so I know it's true. I'm going to tell everyone. I don't know.
That might be it. Who knows? You're right. Absolutely. But there's never, honestly, and I mean this, chicks, babes, ladies, there is never, ever, ever a time when the second you say no, the second the word no happens, there's never a time where it's not then instantly sexual assault. Even if he puts his arm around you after you say no.
And report it, please.
Yeah, because you're sticking up not just for yourself, but you're sticking up for every other woman.
Don't ever feel embarrassed by it. And you might be protecting other women because the same guy might, then do it again to other people.
Yeah. Hey, The Edge.
Hi, good morning.
What's up?
Nothing. I just wanted to call and say thank you for the laugh. That Stefano guy, I had tears in my eyes. I can't believe that he was being sincere and truthful.
Oh, this is the guy that took it from his girlfriend this last weekend and said it doesn't make him gay, but he just likes wieners.
Yeah, and the fact that you guys said he was shuffling off to work, I thought was priceless. I'm driving on the 401, and I had tears in my eyes. And I'm surprised you guys are there today. I thought you took March breaks off, no?
No, usually, yeah, because usually we'd be traveling, but we're not doing that this year. But we're taking Thursday, Friday off.
Oh, well, enjoy. And again, thanks for the laugh, guys.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah, nice, eh?
Very nice.
Is it, if you, we do talk about it often, when a man is invaded by a female, does it make him gay? No, it doesn't make him gay. The second there's an apparatus, and you are being exploited by said apparatus from a female, as you would do the same to a female?
Willingly.
You gotta admit, I mean, you of all people have to admit, that's your first day of gay.
Hey, listen, especially if there's veins on it. I'm being serious.
Me too. I could totally understand that one. Hi, The Edge.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, what's up?
Hey, you guys are talking about Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. If she's so pro-woman, right, then why is it she always rips off all her employees, all their overtime, all the time? I know the lady personally, and I know you guys are going to love this one. When you do talk to her this afternoon, ask her about having sex beside the coffin in the funeral home.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's Sarah.
Oh, I didn't.
Alleged.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
very
I
alleged.
Alleged.
no idea. I have no comment on that at all.
That's so out of the blue, though.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder.
Well, everybody's got a history. Everybody's got a past. You know what's funny is my 40th, and we had a big surprise thing, and it was at a bar, the Duchess up in Markham, and I had a lot, and it was. Like there was because people just hand you stuff and you just drink it. And you go, yeah, that's great. Very well behaved. I believe I was very well behaved because I was told I was.
Yep.
But someone took pictures of me on the way out, and I owned it. I said, yeah, that was totally, absolutely, completely had a great time. So good, in fact, I don't remember parts of it.
Yeah, it's my 40th birthday.
And it's not something I do often.
Yeah.
If I don't look like this on my 40th, if I don't look like I'm in grade 8 when I turn 40, I don't know what, there's something wrong.
I'm not living life, exactly.
So, you owned it. I said, yeah, I did all that stuff. And someone brought, I'd say, absolutely, yes. It's like Andy Pettit when he got accused of doing steroids.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, you bet I did them. And then Roger Clemens like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then now he's a joke. He's a national joke. He's an international joke. You own it. Say,
Didn't Obama admit to doing cocaine once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said he tried it. That was the point.
Yeah.
Did you inhale? That was the point, he said. But if you're going to be one of those people that's throwing stones at others for the things they did when they were younger, or when they were drunk, or they were high, or whatever, then you better have nothing against you. You better be clean. I, for one, am not. I only pass judgment on funny stuff and stupid people.
Yeah, we just make light of situations. There's not accusations. There's a big difference.
Hey, The Edge.
Hey, I just had a quick comment on the Rob Ford thing.
Yeah.
I was reminded when you guys were talking about it this morning, saying he was trying to fence, it wasn't me. It reminded me of the Simpson episode where Homer's trying to peel the gummy Venus de Milo off the babysitter.
Yeah, off the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he thought. Maybe Sarah had a Twinkie stuck to her ass cheek.
And they discontinue them, so that's a highly coveted Twinkie.
Hi, The Edge.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, what's up?
Good. I was calling about Stefano. I got to tell you that, my boyfriend, if I tried that on him, drunk or not, I'd have to wear one of your Don't Punch a Girl t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't go over very well. But I'm wondering if his girlfriend's related to Rob Ford, because I think he was sexually violated.
Who, you think Rob was?
Stefano.
Oh,
You seem to like it. You seem to want it.
Yeah. He liked it, that guy. He called in and said
What he said?
He enjoyed it. And was telling us, wasn't asking us, telling us that he wasn't gay because of it. He just likes wieners, and he likes when his girlfriend pretends to have one. Hi, The Edge.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
I just wanted to take a break from the Rob Ford and just say thanks. My worst moments, you guys have made me laugh. It's actually coming up to a year that my brother's passed away, and one of my fondest memories is singing Chacarone. So I was hoping you could dust that off and do a little rendition for us all.
Chacarone, old school.
You mean,
Oh, yeah, sales on Joe Macaron.
Yeah, this is for your brother.
Macaron,
Too bad he can't hear it.
Chacarone, 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 Chacarone.
It's been a long time, since the Chacarone. We haven't heard Chacarone for a long time.
Chacarone, 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 Chacarone.
Did you hear that guy in the background?
I know we're taking a break from Rob Ford, but I have a feeling that's what he sounded like that night. With pictures taken.
Like this?
Yeah, right at this guy coming up.
Yeah, that's a clip. That's how Goondy was.
That's right, Rob.
Hey, Rob, you had a good time here at the JPAC thing?
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1, The Edge.